Disclaimer: the following podcast is a discussion and demonstration of Google Voice, a service that is, to my understanding, only available within the United States. Episode 45: Using Google Voice as your home phone service. This is Chris Grabowski. I just wanted to do a short podcast on using Google Voice as home phone service. Meaning you could connect a cordless phone to a box, and that box would interface with a Google Voice account, and you now have service. So when somebody calls your Google Voice number, it will ring your cordless phone, your cell phone, and any other calls that you have forwarding to Google Voice. Google Voice is not a VoIP service, but somehow the box I'm about to discuss uses Google Talk in conjunction with its hardware and a cordless phone for you to make, send, and receive phone calls. There are three boxes. There's the Obihai 100, which is what most people would want. It's about $35, $39, somewhere around there. The next one is the Obihai 110. That allows you to connect a traditional standard phone line to this box. You can have your phone service, if you have it, and your Google Voice service going to and from the same corded or cordless phone. The third option is the Obihai 202. This box has a dual-port router and can use up to 4 lines. This is what I gather from the description. For more information, go to www.obi, and that's O as in Oscar, B as in boy, I as in India, talk.com. To set up the box, you connect the box to your router, and then first of all, you must have a Google Voice account. So create a Google Voice number. If you have a Gmail account, you already have a Google Voice account. Just sign in at voice.google.com and get yourself a Google Voice number. Then connect the box to the router. Then you go to www.obitalk.com. You create an account on that site. There is a CAPTCHA on that site. So once you create that account, you have to add your device. So when you add your device, you give it a name like home or whatever, and then there's a Google Voice settings button. You go there, and then you add your Google user ID and your Google password and hit OK. And that's pretty much all there is to it as far as the box is concerned. There are some other options, such as adding your area code for 7-digit dialing instead of 10-digit dialing. The other option that you need to do is log into your voice.google.com and make sure that Google Voice forwards to your Google Talk account. Usually that's unchecked, so you want to check it and make sure it's also forwarding to your account or the setup won't work. I have my Obihai connected. Let's do a short tour of the box. It's just a box. Sits on your desk. The one that I have is the 110, and I've seen the 100, and the 100 is actually much smaller. It's probably about the size of an iPhone. This is a little bit different sized. This, if you put your hand on it and splay your fingers out, you can. It's about as big as it is. It's probably about the size of a Classico caller ID box, if you will, maybe a little bit smaller. On the back, going from left to right, you have the power socket. Connects to your strip outlet. Then you have the network jack to connect to your router. Then going to the right, you have a phone jack. This is where your phone connects. And to the right of that, you have another phone jack. This is where your standard PBX phone system would connect if you have that option. I actually don't have anything connected into that. Just to note, the final phone jack I discussed is not on the 100. I currently have an AT&T corded cordless phone connected to the box, and I'm going to show you something which I think is really cool. So I'm going to press the speakerphone, and then I'm going to hit the star key 3 times.
Device configuration menu. Press the pound key at any time to return to the last menu, or press the star key to exit. Main menu. Press 1 for basic network status. Press 2 for advanced network status. Press 3 to set DHCP. Press 4 to set IP address. Press 5 to set password. Press 6 for software update. Press 8 to restore factory default. Press 9 to reboot. Press 0 for other option.
So I'm going to press 6 to check for software updates.
Press 1. Please wait. Software update not available.
Okay, it just told me software updates not available. So I'm going to press pound.
Software update. Main menu. Press 1 for basic network status. Press 2 for advanced network status. Press 3 to set DHCP. Press 4 to set IP address. Press 5 to set password. Press 6 for software update. Press 8 to restore factory default. Press 9 to reboot. Press 0 for other option.
I'm going to see what's in 0. I haven't been in this menu before, so we'll hit 0.
Enter option followed by the pound key. Main menu. Press 1 for basic.
I guess there are none.
Status. Press 2 for advanced network status.
Let me hit 1.
Basic network status. Your IP address is 192.168.1.107. Your DHCP is enabled. Press 0 to repeat this information.
So now I'm going to hit the speakerphone to hang up, and then I'm going to press the speakerphone again. Now I'm going to dial a phone number, and I'm going to do and I just dialed a local number. It's ringing.
Welcome to Forewarn Weather Live. Forewarn Weather, your source for the most accurate forecasts in Western New York television.
The time is 9:01. Current temperature 32 degrees.
Thanksgiving is here, along with the threat of holiday weight gain.
And I'm just going to hang up. So as you see, I just made a phone call, and I did not have to dial an area code because that's part of the setup for the box. When you're doing the initial setup, you can put in an area code, so it assumes that a 7-digit number is whatever area code you put in. If you dial a 10-digit number, then it obviously uses the area code. You do not need to dial a 1. So that's pretty good. As far as managing your voicemail, your history, and all that, you can do it on the Google Voice website. I don't do that, actually. I use an app called GV for Google Voice. So that's GV Connect on my iPhone and my iPad. That allows me to play back voicemails, delete voicemails, go through my history, delete my history, things like that. I have also been playing around with an app for Windows 8. It's a modern app called G Voice, and that was, I believe, $2, and for the most part it seems to be pretty accessible within the modern UI. One thing that I've done, which is really nice, is using the Google Voice. You have voicemail, so on your Google Voice account you can actually disable your cell phone voicemail and have Google Voice take over your cell phone voicemail. I chose that option because if somebody calls either the Google Voice number or the cell phone number directly, there's only one voicemail to check. So you don't have to, oh, is that voicemail on this mailbox, or is it on the Google Voice mailbox that's the rest of your home, or any other phones that you might have attached to the Google Voice number. Some of the nice features of Google Voice are as follows. You can have incoming callers have their own voicemail greetings, so you could assign a different voicemail greeting for, say, a family member, a friend, whatever you want. You can have it so that only specific callers can call you on all of your devices. So for example, if you have somebody that you want them to ring your home phone or your Obihai, for example, in their contact you would set that option up. And this is done from within your Google Voice account, not the Obihai Talk account, but the Google Voice account at voice.google.com. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, my contact information follows.
Hi there, my name is Joey.
And my name is Kimberly.
Thanks for listening to the Mystic Place blog and podcast. We hope you have enjoyed this episode.
Joey.
Yes, Kimberly.
It is my turn to talk.
Okay.
Thanks, Joey.
No problem.
If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to send an email to mysticplacepodcast@gmail.com or leave a voice message at 864. Mystic 4, that is 86469784424, or follow him on Twitter at cgrabo73.
You can visit the blog at www.mysticplacepodcast.com.
Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast by searching in iTunes or at www.mysticplacepodcast.com/question feed equals podcast to your podcatcher.
Have a nice day.
Take care.